Now it's time for another awesome gear video. Hi guys, I'm back and I have freshly dyed hair now thanks to my mum, and she's also kindly filming me at the moment, so thanks Mum. Alright, I'll start with the B4. So the pack I'm using is the Z packs. I think this is the Arc Hall. I think on their website now, I'll link to it, but they have a newer model. Maybe, I don't know, a bit slightly lighter or different material, I'm not sure. I think this is a 62 litre. And I've bought this pouch, the shoulder strap pouch, and 2 hip belt pockets, and also an extra padded lumbar support pad, I think they call that, just to make it a bit more comfortable for my back. So yeah, that is the pack. I've just chucked a couple of S-binders on there just to hang some clothes to dry and stuff like that. But yeah, that is my pack. My tent snugly fit in a Z-Packs dry bag. This is the big Sky Chinook 2P. So it just sets up, it's the exoskeleton style, so you set up the poles, which is why I'll have them on the outside of my pack. You set up the poles and then put the tent up and then connect the poles, and that sets up the inner and the fly at the same time. So it's super quick and easy to break down as well. So and that's a pretty light tent. I think it's about 1.6 kilos at the moment, as is, including the poles. I use a quilt, so in here I have the Cedar Summit Ember 2 quilt, and I've also got the Cedar Summit Extreme sleeping bag liner as well for a bit of extra warmth. The last thing is my sleeping mat. This is actually new because for the life of me I cannot find my original Cedar Summit sleeping mat, which was just the style, the model before this one. So this is the Extreme, the Ether XT Extreme. So this is warmer. This has an R value of I think 6.2 or 6.3, so it's super warm. It does pack, my last one packed down a bit smaller than this, so this pack's a bit bigger. But I think the weight is about the same, or this might be like slightly heavier, I think maybe, but wouldn't be by much. But yeah, so that's my sleeping mat that I'm using now. I've got a water bladder, Osprey 3 litre water bladder, so that goes in my pack first, full, before I start shoving everything else in there. The Z-Packs packs don't have a separate sleeve or anything for water bladders, so you just chuck it all in there together and hope that it doesn't get a hole in it. Most of my stuff's in dry bags anyway. So this is my clothes bag. This is another bag by Z-Packs, and this will actually turn into my pillow because on the inside it's a nice like soft lining. So you tip all your clothes out, fold it inside out, shove it back full of loosely packed clothes, and that becomes your pillow. So in here I have my Kathmandu puffy. I've had this for yonks. I love it, it's super warm, so it's still one of my fave hiking gear items. I've got some spare knickers, spare socks. These are pretty cool. These are my Z-Packs, I think they're goose down booties. So these actually replace my bed socks. I used to pack like super thick warm bed socks, and these are like just super warm, super light down booties. So they are just for sleeping in, obviously. I will not get them outside, but yeah, super excited about them. I have a pair of thermals to sleep in. I have a spare long sleeve shirt. This is just a MacPack hiking. It's pretty lightweight. It's this nice thin kind of stretchy material. It's pretty comfy to hike in. I don't really like wearing long sleeves or long pants, but this is not too bad, so it'll give me a bit of extra protection, bit of extra warmth on those cooler days, a bit more sun protection. I should be worried about that, but I don't really. And I've got some like conversion pants. These can be changed into shorts. I sort of mainly wanted to pack these just so I had something different to wear in towns, so I didn't feel so feral, I guess, and I had a change of clothes into something that felt a bit more normal. But I can also hike in these, obviously. They are hiking pants, and like I said, they can be changed into shorts as well, so pretty useful, multi-use. So I do usually roll all my stuff. I don't really know why. It feels like it packs a bit more compact when I roll everything, so that's how I pack and travel normally anyway. And my coffee can just squish in there. Squish it down. That's my clothes bag. Trekking poles. These are the, can't really remember what the name is. They're Black Diamond. Oh, it's written on here. Distance Carbon Z, 120 centimeters. These at the time when I bought them were the lightest, one of the lightest on the market, and just super quick and easy, pretty comfy. So yeah, I've used these quite a few times already. And I've just chucked a bit of duct tape for repairs and stuff on there. I've seen all the cool kids do that, so I thought I'd do that too. Yeah, so this is for emergency, so I've got it there and it's not taking up any extra space anywhere else. This is my food bag. This is another bag from Z-Packs. This is their actual food bag. I think it's their size large. I think they offer a couple of sizes in these. So this is already packed full of my first stint worth of stuff, before I get my first resupply in quarter. So I'll sort of go through that, pick out the snacks and the bars that I think that I want in my hip belt pocket, and I'll carry them with me. I'm going to carry a Nalgene bottle, so whenever I come by some water, I'm going to fill this up, top up my bladder if need be, but this will mainly be for cooking water, I guess. Yeah. I know Nalgene bottles are quite heavy. The only reason why I like to carry this and keep this is because it can hold boiling water. So if I'm super cold, I can boil up a heap of water and chuck this in my, my feet in my bed, and then I have a hot water bottle to sleep with. So it's kind of multi-purpose. So yeah, that's why I still carry this with me. My headlamp is this Petzl E-light. It's super tiny, it's pretty light. It's not the brightest. They call it an emergency headlamp. I don't really plan on doing any serious night hiking, so I'm hoping that just the standard light on this, like it you know, it is definitely bright enough to be able to do everything you want to do. So yeah, I just opted for the lighter option for a headlamp. I have a poncho. I was kind of undecided whether to pack this, but I think I will. I think I'll just shove it on the outside. This thing, obviously it covers everything, so in really bad rain I can put this on, quickly grab it out, chuck it on. It'll cover my pack and everything as well, so I think I will pack that. I have a reusable trash bag. This is just a Sea Summit Ultra dry bag, but I'm going to actually use this as my trash bag, and then when I get to towns I can empty it out and then wash it out, and should be good to go for the next thing. I have, this is like my pee rag. This is an American company. I think a chick came up with the idea. It's just called a cooler cloth. Yeah, so it's got some, I don't know, special antibacterial stuff going on in there on the inside. So that's the side that you wipe with after you've peed, and then you can clip it to your pack and clip it up like that, so it's not getting dirty and stuff, and it'll just dry and be ready to go for the next use. And then when I get a chance, get into towns, I can wash it out. A buff, yeah, I always carry a buff, so that's a multi-purpose use item as well. Yeah, everyone knows about buffs. I have rain pants. They're only light. I'm gonna chuck them in the outside of my pack. I don't know if I'll actually wear them, but whatever, they're gonna be there anyway. This is my rain coat. It's pretty cool. It's a men's coat. It's a men's, I think it's a men's size small, but this is a Rab Phantom pull-on or something it's called. Super duper light. Check my Instagram. I can't remember how much it weighs now, but I did do like a little highlight or something on this. But yeah, it's like super light, so if it was just going to be like a passing shower, I probably wouldn't worry about the poncho. I'd just chuck this on if I wanted to keep myself dry. But that'll be shoved in the back of my pack. Nice and handy as well. This is a Toaks long-handled spork. The only thing in life you'll ever need. I keep this in the outside pocket. I don't really know why, I've just always done that. It's just easy to access, and if you're not even eating like your own food, if you get given something else, or you know, you don't have to go into right into your pack. You've just got it right there on the outside, so yeah, that lives on the outside as well. This is the first map that I'll be carrying. So this is actually map sheet 8, but because I'm going southbound, I'm doing all these backwards. So this is technically the last map, but for me, it's the first map. I have some icebreaker merino wool gloves, super light, super warm, and an icebreaker merino wool beanie. Same thing, super light, super warm. They go in my hip belt pockets, so I can quickly grab them out and put them away when I'm done with them. Usually if it's a cold morning, I'll start with these on because I'm obviously freezing and fresh and starting, and then as I warm up, then I take them off and just chuck them in my hip belt pocket. I have sunscreen. I normally hike with like the little travel size sunscreens, but if I was going to try and do that, I'd be like, I'd go through so many of them. So for this trip, I'm hiking with this, and plus this one has the repel, like the insect repellent in it as well, and I know that the flies hate it, so I usually hike with this on my face because that's where the flies most annoy me and keeps them away. So that's the main reason why I'm hiking with this. I have 2 more of these put in resupplies for along the way as well. This is an emergency blanket, so This is kind of a multi-use item as well. I could lay this down on the ground to stop the coldness from coming up to me. Obviously wrap it around me in case of an emergency. Yeah, it's just you know, or an extra ground sheet. It's just an extra multi-purpose item that I kind of feel a bit safer having on me. And then with that, in the pocket goes just a sheet of tie back. I use this as kind of half a ground sheet under my tent and half sort of in the vestibule where I cook and stuff. So I've got like a bit of a clean ground to work on. And this is my yeah, toilet paper, and this is the Juice of Spades. It's super light, so yeah, I went with that one. So that's my little bathroom kits for number 2s. This is my wallet. So I just have a snack size snaplock bag, and I've just put my license, a couple of small notes in here in case I need to have cash on me. And I'll also carry my bank card as well, and I'll only have a tiny amount of money in there in case I lose it. But just for some reason, in case my phone doesn't work, at least I'll have my card on me as well, so I'll do that. Chapstick, earphones. This is my Garmin InReach Mini 2. This is a birthday present off my mum, and so thank you, and my dad. And this is my little tiny little light knife that I carry. So this is by a company called Deejo, I think it is, D-E-E-J-O. You can design your own different handles, different patterns. I'll link to them in the description. It's a pretty cool company, and this is like super duper light. Like this thing, I think it's like 15 grams or something. Super light. So yeah, that's my little knife I carry. My kitchen. This is a Toaks. What is this? Light titanium 550ml pot. In here. This little MacPack stove, they don't sell anymore, but this was like the lightest, smallest one on the market for so long. I still don't know if there's one as small or light. So I'm like treasuring this stove for as long as I can. I think it was called like the Uber Light or something like that. And I have a little mini big lighter in here as well. But yeah, so I love that stove. Like I'll be devastated when it actually dies. I have a little bit of cut up sponge and a full gas can. I'm gonna leave that out for now because when I pack all this up, I'm gonna weigh everything, and then that'll give you my base weight, and then I'll chuck my food and my water and the gas back in, and that'll tell you my actual carrying weight, my full weight. This is my, they call it a ditty bag, just an everything else bag. So that's the Nightcore, what is it, NB 10,000. So it's a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. So yeah, that goes alright. That will charge my iPhone 13 Pro roughly 2 times, maybe not 2 full charges, but just about, so that's not too bad. I have lots of stuff in here. Spare headlamp batteries, a cable, a multi-purpose cable, and wall plug. This is my tiny little towel. It's super tiny. It's really cute. I don't know, that's my towel. I have to tape up my heels before I start, otherwise I get blisters on them. So, but I'll carry this with me. But yeah, that's just for taping up my heels, pretty much. Spare lighter. This is kind of first aid stuff, I guess. Some like Hydrolite stuff. water purification tablets, a couple of band-aids. That's about all I see point in carrying. Wilderness wash, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant. I realise that hikers don't usually carry deodorant because they're going to stink anyway, but it just makes me feel better knowing that I'm at least going to start with deodorant, and then if it's not doing the job I can ditch it later, but at least I have it to start with. And then I have wet wipes, tissues. I actually have a mini perfume thing as well, so I don't know, see how that goes. Spare hair ties and some bobby pins and some safety pins, so kind of just in case things. My fleece, I don't know exactly what this is called. This is a Mac pack. I don't know if they still make it. It's got a hood, but yeah, it's just a super light fleece. Yeah, covered in my hair. These are an old model of Saucony's. These are Peregrine 6s, and I was lucky enough to find a pair of these pretty much brand new on eBay not long ago. So these were my original trail runners, and I wore them. They were like full of holes. They had no tread left. Like, I wore them to death. So I was lucky enough to find another new pair of the exact same ones, because these are like 5 or 6 models old now. You can't get them anywhere. So yay, favorite trail runners. And these are my awesome new gaiters from Groovy Gators. Sue at Groovy Gators was so good. I had lost one and I was devastated, so she express posted me a new set because I wanted to wear these ones. I have other Groovy Gators, like you can't just stop at like one pair because she has so many awesome like colours and designs, so it's kind of hard to pick, but how good do like these ones go with these shoes? Like, they were made to go for these shoes. So yay, super excited about that. Yay, I love my Groovy Gators. Thank you, Sue. Alright, now I will pack all this stuff up into my pack, show you how I pack it up, and then I'll weigh it as a base weight, and then I'll add my food and water and everything like that. So that's about it. Also in this side pocket I'll have my tripod and mic set up, which my mum's using now, so but that will all go in there as I'm hiking along. Just quickly, I just wanted to show you, this is my tripod mic setup. It's just a Joby setup. I did weigh it. It was about 225 grams or something like that. So that's what I'll be taking in my side pocket. And also, I couldn't find any rain gloves anywhere, like sort of just a thin layer of something to go over my normal gloves. So I've kept these out of the hair dye box. I forgot to tell you before because they were drying out on the sink after Mum used them to dye my hair. So yeah, I'm just going to throw these in, and they're just going to go over my normal gloves just to help prevent like wind chill and keep them dry and warm, hopefully. Yeah. Let's see how much this weighs. Alright. Base weight is 8.55 kilos. Okay, I've packed everything back in there. I've got a full water bladder, right up to the 3 litre mark, full Nalgene bottle, and I put my gas back in my kitchen. So the only thing technically that's missing is my my tripod and mic and everything. We are sitting at about 14 kilos. That's not bad. I've hiked with more, so I'm pretty happy with that, considering that's a through hike setup. Yeah, I think originally my first overnight hike setup was about 15 or 16 kilos, so yeah, I'm happy with that. The rest is what I'm wearing. This is just an icebreaker merino wool shirt. Under it I have an icebreaker merino wool singlet. I have an ex officio sports bra on. These are Nike trail running shorts. They're just cool because they've got like the pocket, where is it there? And Injinji toe socks. My hat, just a random fave hat that I always hike in, and some sunnies. And I bought this thing from BCF. It's like this slight rubber tube thing. I don't want to lose my sunnies, so I thought I'd better get it, but it's kind of weird and like annoying, and yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if I'll actually use it or not. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on that one. Yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching till the end. I know it was a long one, and this is it. This will be my last video before I'm actually hitting the trail in the morning. But my daily vlog videos will hopefully start from sometime next week, so that'll give me hopefully enough time to get a few edited, and then when I have reception I can upload them and schedule them a bit ahead of time. So yeah, alright, that's it. That's me out. So don't forget to subscribe. See ya.